I sometimes find that when I meet new people and they experience my rather goofy and kind of weird character for the first time, they assume that it's some kind of personality quirk, I guess. They go like, oh, she's so weird and eccentric and funny and happy. But to be honest, it's so much more than that. Because to me, whimsy is a coping mechanism that has saved my life countless times. It's a way of facing adversity while laughing at its weird shoes and at the same time complimenting its awesome hairstyle. And what sounds like a joke is actually quite serious. So this is why I need whimsy to survive this society. I need the little things. I need colorful flowers, old trees and homegrown food. I need hummingbees, sudden encounters with all kinds of animals, and listening to the birds chirping. I need music that transports me to a space where I can float above things. I need goofy moments. I need magic, enchantment, and deep emotions. I read this quote once. I'm going to make everything around me beautiful. That will be my life. I felt moved quite deeply by this. And there was a good reason. Years before I was on Instagram and YouTube, life was pretty difficult and full of sadness. I was lucky to find my way out, but I still feel the scars every day. When I was younger, there seemed to be no escape from the environment I was in. So at some point, the only thing I had power over was what I chose to focus on. I decided to concentrate on anything that would give me a positive feeling and to maximize that focus, literally milk the impression for any happiness or joy I could get. Since there was nothing else to look forward to, I mainly relied on focusing on the trees in the woods, little flowers on the concrete, beautiful paintings, or music. I would turn everything around me that I could into something of great fun and joy. I allowed myself to daydream and make a secret joke out of so many mundane things. I kept most of this to myself back then, because I was different, and it was difficult to share my fragile inner world safely with others. But this was the only thing that made life more bearable at the time. And in the end, my fragile inner worlds were what literally gave me the strength to believe in a brighter future. So basically, while everything around me was draining my energy, I chose to recharge by making room for a lot of positive impressions. Even if at times there was no one I could share them with. It was like holding onto a small straw that grew into a big rope that kept me afloat. And I told myself, if life is so beautiful and nature is so magnificent and there is such splendid art, so many positive messages left by other humans for humanity, there had to be a way to turn all of the ugliness into beauty. So I decided to follow the whimsy and water this garden whenever I could. Even if sometimes crops would wither away, and they did that all the time, to be honest, or sudden thunderstorms would have me starting from scratch all over again, once again. So it was never an easy process, because it's extremely hard to believe in something when you're getting discouraged by your environment on a daily basis. So the hardships didn't magically disappear just because I decided to romanticize my life and put a bit of magic into everything I could. But in the end, it was exactly what finally helped me to find a way out and trust that it could go well if I kept trying, if I faced the slip-ups and the many setbacks. Let me know in the comments what your experience with the topic is. I would really like to read that. If you would like to see more in the future, I would recommend for you to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. If you are interested in getting an art print, feel free to visit my shop. You can find the link in the video description. Last year, when I became self-employed, there was a time when I had to focus 100% of my energy and my resources on my career, and as a result, had little to no time to let myself dwell in these whimsical realms. And it directly affected my mental health. As a result, I became depressed, less resilient, and experienced cognitive dysfunction. And this is exactly why I need whimsy to survive this society. It is helping me to ease the pain of my scars, handle the energy from society, and also have an awesome time whenever I can. It not only brings joy to myself and hopefully others, but also strengthens me from the inside. It lets me see beauty where, without it, I could see no more. And it reminds me of the vast adventure that life truly is, and why it is worth staying and living as much of it as I can.